Welcome everyone. My name is Ankit Wadhwani and I am currently pursuing BSc Agriculture from Jawaharlal Nehru Krishi Vishyavidhyalaya, Jabalpur, College of Agriculture, Rewa. My topic is cross-pollination and its agents. I am presenting this presentation under the guidance of Dr. R.P. Joshi sir. In this presentation, we will learn what cross-pollination exactly is, what are the agents related to cross-pollination are, and what is the advantages and disadvantages are associated with the cross-pollination. As my topic is cross-pollination and its agents, so firstly we will learn what cross-pollination exactly is. It involves the transfer of pollen grain from anther of a flower to the stigma of another flower, different plant. It is called allogamy. Pollination between flowers of different genetic constitution is known as xenogamy. Example, sunflower, date, palm, and maize. Cross-pollination is favored by certain adaptations. For example, dicliny. It means plants bearing unisexual flower or containing one kind of sex organs, like male or female. Example, papaya or mulberry. Dichogamy. It refers to the maturation of sex organs at different period of time. Basically, it means that the sex organs are maturing at different period of times. It has two conditions. One is called protandus, where the anther matures before stigma. And its example are Rubiaceae family, Malvaceae family, and Labiata family plants. Protogynous. Here stigma matures before the anther. Example, Mongolia. Heterogamy. In this phenomenon, the plant bears two types of flower which are morphologically different. Example of it is primrose. The two different type of flowers are long style or pinnate or short style or thrumite. In the long style, flowers bears long style and short stamen. And in the thrumite, the flowers bear short style and long stamen. There are certain ways by which a flowers inhibits self-pollination and favors cross-pollination. Its conditions are called hercogamy. In this, certain flowers, morphological barriers develop, which makes self-pollination impossible. For example, calotropis. And there is also a mechanism called self-sterility. In this, flowers, pollen grains are incapable of causing fertilization. Its example is maize. Agents of pollination. As you know, pollination is a process in which the pollen grain of a male flower is to be carried to the stigma of the female flower. To facilitate it, there are agents which facilitate the process of pollination. Depending upon the nature of the agents, they can be biotic agents or abiotic agents. Biotic agents means they have life in it. For example, insects, birds, and other kinds of living beings. And in the abiotic segment, we have things which are non-living. For example, wind, water. In angiosperms, the pollens are immotile. So therefore, they have to be carried by some external pollinating agents. Therefore, we have the concept of pollinating agents. Now let's discuss in detail about the biotic agents and the type of pollination they do. Entomophily. It refers to the pollination done by insects. Its example are Euca and Ficus. Ornithophily. It refers to the pollination which is done by birds. Example is Salmonella. Heraptophily. It refers to the pollination which is done by bats. Malacophily. It refers to the pollination which is done by snails and Limena lacosea. Myrmecophily. It refers to the pollination which is done by ants. It is prominent in Medaco sativa. Zoophily. It refers to the pollination which is done by animals of any kind. Its example are Galium or pine. Abiotic agents in cross-pollination. Abiotic agents are non-living mediums which help in the process of cross-pollination. There are various kinds of cross-pollination which takes place through abiotic agents. For example, anemophily. It is the process of pollination which is carried out by winds. Its example are wheat, maize, coconut. Hydrophily. It is the process of pollination which is carried out by water. Example are Hydrilla elotes. Advantages of cross-pollination. There are various advantages of cross-pollination. First one is offsprings are healthier. The reason for this is segregation and recombination of genes of the parents. New varieties may be produced due to cross-pollination. It also helps in increasing the seed production in cereals. Disadvantages of cross-pollination. Now there are some disadvantages of cross-pollination too. The main disadvantage is that the pollination due to cross-pollination is not always certain. There is also a large number of pollen grain that needs to be produced and they The energy required to produce them can be lost if they are not 100% chances of cross pollination. Also, in a cross, if the disease plant get involved, it can lead to weak offsprings. Thank you everyone for watching this PPT. And also, I would like to especially thank my professor Dr. R.P. Joshi for giving me this opportunity to speak on this topic. Thank you so much.